official YouTube channel. Today I am going to describe Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 10th chapter, 26 onwards. So, iti antarinarjunayo krishnastu jamayor jajo atma nirvesa matrena tirya gatam ulukhanam. That means, having thus spoken, Krishna soon entered between the two Arjuna trees, and thus the big mortar to which he was bound turned crosswise and struck between them. That is why Lord's arrangement. So, in the Krishna book, Srila Prabhupada, although he was able to pass through the passages, the large wooden mortar struck horizontally between the trees. So, Vishwanath Thakur says that thinking in this way, Krishna went between the two Arjuna trees so that the mortar turned crosswise and got struck. It can, without turning also, it can pass, but by arrangement of the Lord. So, Jiva Goswami in Loka Vaishnava says, he thought, for this purpose the two offenders have become trees for participating in my childhood pastimes. What opportunity they have. Then he crawled towards the trees. The mortar was pulled at right angle by his will. Right angle, it turned right angle. Tiryak means crooked or obliquely. The word matrena suggests without effort. The mortar went sideways as if consciously. All this was arranged by the Rila Shakti. Harivansa says, Tad Dhamma Tasya Prabhavat Abhavat Dridham. By his power, the rope became strong. What power the rope has? Padma Purana says, Namaste tu Dhamne Suradipti Dhamne. I offer respect to the shining rope. That is that bound the Lord. So became signed. That is become also transcendental, not material. So, in the next verse, that is verse 27, it said that Bhalena Niskarshaya Tananvanga Ulukram Damo Darena Darasho Kalitangri Bandho Nispetatu Paramambika Vikram Mitantivepa Skanda Pravala Vitapo Kritachanda Sabdo. That uprooted, that is being stated here. So, by dragging behind him with great force the wooden mortar tied to his belly, the boy Krishna uprooted the two trees. Krishna can't do anything, but it cannot be understood by others, only by devotees. By the great strength of the Supreme Person, the two trees with their trunks, leaves and branches trembled severely and fell to the ground with a great crash. Lord's pastimes. So in the purport of Prabhupada Maharaj says, this is the pastime of Krishna known as Damodar Lila. Therefore another of Krishna's name is Damodara. From that day onward, Krishna was known as Damodara. Bahuni Santi Nahamani. We have heard how Gargamuni given the name. As stated in Harivansa, Sacha Teneyo Namna Tu Krishna Vai Dama Bandhanat Goste Damodara Iti Gopivi Parigiyate. From that day onwards, he became known as Damodara. Srila Vishwanath Thakur says, and Damodar uprooted the two trees by very forcefully pulling the mortar which dragged behind it. By the tremendous power, Param Vikramita of Krishna, the two trees with their trunks, leaves and branches trembled severely, Ativeva, and fell to the ground. According to Harivansa, Krishna is called Damodar because of being bound up. Sacha Teneva Namna to Krishna by Damabandhanat Goste Damodar iti Gopivi Parigiyate. He is known as Damodar from that day onwards. And it is said by one Acharya, and that if some friends of Krishna will tease him, he will have, hey Damodara. So you will be teased, you will be angry. In this, Lord's pastimes are going on. So we are very good fortune that we are listening to this lecture. So Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Darshan says that the two trees uprooted by Damodara, who pulled constantly the mortar which just turned sideways, fell down completely with force. But he didn't reveal his powers in doing this. Avikramita, or he did it with without using power, or the trees had no power, their trunks, branches and leaves trembled and they fell down on their own. Not because of others, he still remained a child, Balena. His name Damodar indicates his sweetness. Uprooting the trees indicates his power. As previously, his sweetness hid his powers. This was a unique manifestation of Krishna. So in this way, you see that, so the trees were uprooted. So you can imagine what was the situation there. This happened in Mahavana, this Gokula. So it started in verse 28. Tatra Sriya Paramaya Kokubha Spuranto Siddho Upetya Kujayor Iva Jataveda Krishnam Paramasya Pranamya Sirasakhila Lokanatham Badhanjali Virajasav Idam Uchatusma. That means, therefore, in that very place where the two Arjuna trees had fallen, two great perfect personalities who appeared like fire personified came out of the two trees. You see, two trees. The effulgence of their beauty illuminating all directions with bowed heads, they offered obeisances to Krishna, and with the hands folded, they spoke the following words. They will pray the Lord. Will you hear also? What they prayed 5,000 years back, we can now hear that. So in the Krishna books, Prabhupada Maharaj says, out of the broken fallen trees came two great personalities shining like blazing fire. All sides became illuminated and beautiful by their presence. The two purified personalities immediately came before the child Krishna and bowed down to offer their respects and prayers in the following words. So they will pray the Lord. Rabbi Vishwanath Thakur said, the two persons emerging from the trees, Kujayoho, lit up the four directions, Kokuhi, with the beautiful effulgence of their bodies, which mixed together like fire personified, Jata Veda. So, Srila Jiva Goswami, Raghu Vaishnava Darshan says, two devatas were situated in the two trees. They shone in all directions with beauty, or they made the directions splendid with beauty, or coming from a distance close to Krishna, they glowed because of his effulgence. They bowed down, touching their heads to the ground, pranamya, quickly, so that their faces were not visible. Krishna was still pulling the mortar. Why did they offer respects to Krishna, who was playing as a small child, Damodara? They realized he was the Lord of the whole universe. By the mercy of Narada, they gained that realization. Or the question may be asked, why did the two given memory by the mercy of Narada, though they were great offenders, give up shame and came to the side of the Lord? They came because he was the shelter of all beings. They were now devoid of offense, whereas soul. Sma indicates astonishment. Though they were great offenders, suddenly they attained such a status. So in this way, we'll see that from 29 to 38, these 10 verses, these two sons, Nalakubara and Manigriva, we'll pray the Lord, we'll hear the next episode. So, thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the lectures of Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.